Hey everybody, it's Fox with FoxeoGames, and this is a Fox Recommends for Monster Hunter World on the PlayStation 4. It's been out for a little while now. I'm late to the party. I originally planned to wait until later this year in 2018, in the fall of 2018 when they released the PC version, but I watched some videos and decided I better jump on in on the action while it's hot, fresh, and new. Obviously, when the PC version comes out, I'll probably end up picking that one up as well. Monster Hunter World is a pretty old franchise at this point. Started on the PlayStation 2, also came to the PSP, to the PlayStation 3, obviously the PlayStation 4 here, the Xbox One, the Wii, the Wii U, and I'm probably forgetting some systems in there. It's already out on PC in the terms of like Monster Hunter Frontier, but it was not released for the West officially. There are ways to play it, of course, workarounds. This game has been streamlined, guys. I skipped the last game or two in the series, the last two entries, but this time around, compared to the last one I played on the 3DS, they have fixed the camera, finally. The camera used to be pretty broken, in my opinion, because you could either move it on the X-axis back and forth horizontally, or the Y-axis up and down, but not both at the same time. You couldn't actually move it diagonally. I finally managed to use that little slinger properly and blind the beast. I'm not the best at this game, as you guys will see. I'm going to be a perpetual Monster Hunter amateur. But they fixed the camera. It now works great like any other camera should. There are no snap to positions on the Y-axis. Thank goodness they got rid of those. The tutorial bringing you into the game is a lot longer, it's more detailed, and it's actually pretty fun. Like, you don't fully realize it's a tutorial necessarily until they have those pop-up boxes appear. There's quite a few of those. But other than that, they ease you into the game better than any previous game has, and thank goodness, because this can be a very, very complicated series. And along with the rest of the streamlining, they've done some things with the controls that I feel just make the game better overall. Did I just faint? Oh, I got close to getting knocked out there, didn't I? Look at that. You know, one thing I hate those. Whenever, like, you're close to dead when you get slammed, it always seems like you're dazed afterwards, and there's this awkward moment of, am I going to get knocked out and have to go back? But the controls have been streamlined. It's a lot easier to move around. You're much more agile and dexterous. You can run around, jump down, climb stuff, swing across ropes, climb up really tall cliffs using whatever's available there, like vines and other things like that. You can climb up the vines that you can see right here, and then jump down and see if you can mount the monster, or at least get a jumping attack on them. And you also have a much easier time gathering materials. A few things like this round cactus right here actually require that you stop and gather. You actually have to stop and interact with it. But most gatherable items, most things that you can acquire in the game, you can just keep running and pick it up as you run through it. You don't even have to fully stop, which is really cool. Gathering is a lot faster in general as well, especially like mining and all sorts of other things like that. Collecting honey, your herbs, all that. All of it seems remarkably faster, and the gathering spots often respawn, which is really cool since you don't have to restart the area all over again to get stuff to come back. So it's much easier to gather. It's easier to access everything because it's available in more places and in different ways. You can depart on a quest by just hitting a button. You don't have to run to a specific location in town. You can move the camera in town now. It's no longer a static view. So that's cool. It makes the town feel much more alive and 3D, fully fledged. And you also have the better... It's easier, and there's a better system set up for preparing for quests, because before, if you got into a quest and you weren't really ready with everything, you were pretty much just screwed. But now you can access some items, you can access the guys that cook the food for you and get different benefits there. So there's a lot more that you can do. There are a lot fewer restrictions. You don't feel as much like, oh crap, you know, I forgot to do such and such before I started this quest. You can't do everything once a quest starts, obviously. But you can do a lot more than you could before, at least from the last version that I played on the 3DS. A lot of shortcuts built into the game. There are now radial menus, making it much easier. So you will find it easier, more convenient, and just more fun in general to take down these big, giant, dinosaur-like monsters from the Jurassic period, the Paleolithic period. I don't even know what period they're from. There was more than just the Jurassic period, guys. There were dinosaurs, I think, before and after that, I do believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a historian. Yeah, so the faster gathering is one thing I really like. I like that the game is just faster in general, kind of moves along at a better pace, brings you along with it too, so you find yourself feeling like more of a big-time hunter than you did before. It does suffer from frame rate drops on the base PS4. I don't have a PS4 Pro, unfortunately. But so far, having a lot of fun with this one. Definitely something to pick up if you think you'd like the Monster Hunter formula, which is, again, fighting big monsters over and over and over again, collecting materials, crafting better weapons and armor, and then fighting bigger and badder monsters, collecting more items, materials, and then crafting bigger and better weapons to fight bigger and better monsters. Monster Hunter World, guys. Fox with FoxeoGames. I'll see you next time.